soundscapey stuff a little later, but first I just want to say hello, everybody. It's fun to be with my YouTube audience. You know, for those who may not know, I do live stream ASMR on Twitch every week on Mondays and Thursdays, and this is an opportunity to bring the YouTubers a chance to ask questions, hear stories they may not have heard. So if you are a Yulia Spasiba, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm always blown away by the internationalness of our community. And I was actually saying this yesterday on Twitch. Everybody's welcome here. Everybody's welcome. We do not discriminate against any country you may be from, any political BS that may be happening. If you are love, and if you are community and connection and peace and tolerance for everybody, then everybody here is welcome. We are known as the Cuddle Puddle, okay? I borrowed that, I learned that phrase at Burning Man years ago. And I remember the first time I heard, ooh, let's have a cuddle puddle, I was like, I want a cuddle puddle. Who doesn't want a cuddle puddle? So that's where that came from, the phrase. You're very welcome. Well, I'm trying to, I'm going to try to read the chat, and we will be doing, like I said, ASMR at some point, and I might drift between whispered and soft-spoken, but I tend to do more soft-spoken, as most of you know. Well, I'm very kind of shocked at the outpouring right now. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart, and Invisible Clone and Emmy and Vivi, and of course, shout outs to Rye and Binky and Emma and Invisible Chance and Camila and Matthew and everybody that's here. It's a real honor to have you all show up like this. So thank you so much, and thank you, Emma. I am a big fan of this. In fact, I owe this dope shirt to one of our mods here, Mr. Rye James, who certainly encouraged me along with my wife. I was kind of hesitant. I was like, I don't know. It's like it was like a lot. And, but in the end, I'm incredibly happy with this purchase. I've gotten more compliments on this hilarious shirt than anything I've ever bought, I think. So, thank you for making me kind of go outside my comfort zone and buy something a little funky. Alright, my hair is amazing. Thank you. I'm blessed, and the snoring you're hearing in the background is my dog Lucy, and I'll give a quick sneak peek. Oops, I'll not be doing this. Put my guitar away. I don't think we'll be doing any guitar today, as I don't want any copyrights, but I will show a quick shot of the goose, because everybody loves the goose. So, the goose sleeps like a goose, and I'm sure she'll be snoring away throughout our little live adventure. So, don't mind the goose's snoring. I mean, she's happy. And Emma, let's see what I missed from Egypt. Oh my gosh, Salma, thank you so much. Welcome. My Dr. Roleplays. Thank you, Yulia. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Reese. Wonderful to see you. Always a pleasure. No, I can always come to your channel. Thank you, Chill Life. I've gotten a lot of overwhelming kindness in the comments. And that's one thing that's really cool about ASMR, where it's kind of like evergreen, and so you can go back and watch like a anxiety relief, migraine relief, panic attack, and it's neat that like older videos will like kind of creep up out of nowhere, and like they'll kind of get a wind under their sails that's surprising. So I'm just very grateful that it brings comfort That's literally my main goal, is that what I get to do provides everybody with some connection, love, and everything. So, hello from Florida, new subscriber. Thank you, Marta. That was so cool. Glenn, representing Dublin, Ireland. Hope you're well and at everything on the live chat. Well, Glenn, I hope so too. And that is about the most Irish name I can imagine. Glenn Boylan. That's an incredibly Irish name. So thank you, Glenn, for being here and showing some love to all the clovers out there. Yeah, big hugs to everyone, and dog snoring. But here we go. The dog snoring in the background is calming. It's the sound of relaxation, darlings, and perhaps some of you will be snoring softly. I don't know. We'll find out. Finland in the house. Represent. Thank you so much. Cheryl M. First time. Thank you, Cheryl. I really do appreciate it. Good at an interview for a job at Planet Fitness. Reese, way to go. Way to go, Reese. Congratulations. That's wonderful to hear. Wonderful to hear. And thank you, Invisible Clone. I do also really appreciate that. Love the Dan Roleplays. Thank you, Selma. And Yamaha, much appreciated. And Insomnia is the only reason. Thank you very much. Sweden, man. Like I said, I'm always, it's me, Emma. Hello from France. Ah, Emma. Perhaps you are a different Emma than I thought. I thought you were a different Emma. But bonjour, merci beaucoup. Very glad you can come and join us. And, okay. I know, Emma, it's, well, like I said, it's the sound of, a dog snoring is a sound of happiness. As they say, a sleepy dog is a happy dog. And, I have to agree. Because a sleeping dog means they're content. If we could all be so lucky, what always blows me away is the speed at which she will pass out. Like Lucy can just be like 1 minute like bopping around, and then like 5 minutes later, it's like, how did you do that so quickly? Clean conscience and a pure heart, eh? You know? You're actually from Germany, but you're in France right now on vacation. Well, ausgezeichnet. Und vielen Dank, dass Sie hier bleiben. Kon Französisch. So, es freut mich sehr gern, dass Sie hier bleiben. Thank you. And give me your shirt. You gotta buy it in Venice Beach, my friend. Although I will tell you the brand. It's this cool brand. Peacock something. It's called, I don't know if you can order these online, but hang on. Sorry. Apologize. The brand, if you want, and I have no affiliation with these guys. Groovy Peacock. I have zero affiliation with them. I just think they're cool. So, if you like, Groovy Peacock is the name of the brand. So, good luck finding your own. I don't know if you have to be on Venice Beach to get one, or if they're available online. I genuinely have no idea. But, good luck. Do not part with that shirt. I have to, like, it'd be hilarious, like, selling this someday on, like, eBay. It's like, oh my god, is that Jeremiah's shirt? No, I'm not. Right. We're good, bro. Don't worry. If I've been to a rodeo, no. I've never been to a rodeo. I've been to, like a local drag car show back in Beaver Creek, Ohio, where I'm from. I remember we went out to this, like local, and that wasn't a demolition derby, but it was like a very local, handmade, drag cars and everything. So I've been to that, but that's not a rodeo. So I've been to a fair. It's not the same thing. So, yeah. And don't make it weird. It says Gonzalez Ramirez, thank you very much. That brings me warm. Thank you. It's never normal stream. We never know where we're going with these. They're always nuts. Okay. Yamaha, I have good news. My ice hockey career. I'm an adult AAA in Helsinki. Whoa. That Yamaha is awesome. And as a fellow hockey player, major respect. I played junior varsity and varsity hockey in high school. Love the game. And AAA in Finland, you guys are legit. So if you can play AAA in Finland, you may be on your way to the NHL. Good luck. That's really awesome. Hang in there. And do a lot of dad ASMR, please. We could. I can do all kinds of stuff. We'll see where this goes. But I want to make sure I stay in connection with you. What's your favorite country I've been to? That's a neat question. I have been to London. England is amazing. Would I go to a rodeo? Absolutely. Honestly, I think I've had the most fun. Oh, I don't know. That's a tough question. Man. I love Germany. I love Italy. I thought Holland was dope. Spain was cool. I've only been to Barcelona in Spain. Good time. Although I have a hilarious memory of that, which I may divulge into storytelling later if you guys want to hear, like, crazy tales in Spain. Anyway, what else? And then... but I loved going to Machu Picchu and Peru, and I really want to go to Australia, and I really want to go to New Zealand, and I really want to go to Japan, and I want to go to India, and I want to go to China, and I want to go to Norway. So I did. Tough call. I definitely love traveling, and was very blessed to do that as a young man quite a bit. Thank you, Mom and Dad. No, they're alive. Don't worry. I'm not like, thanks, Mom and Dad. No, they're still with us. So yeah, some more blackjack. Yeah, I'm sure blackjack videos are coming in the near future, my friend. Don't worry. I like making them. They're fun. Well, thank you, Chill Life. I'll tell you, that is my genuine goal. There is plenty of meanness, hate, and nastiness in the world, and we don't need to increase that at all. Let's put a dent in the other direction, shall we? Johanna Gilbert from Sweden. I really want to go to Sweden too, which is sad that I've never been. I've always had a crush on him. Well, Mom, I'm straight. The mom what? Well, thank you, Mom, I'm straight. I appreciate that, my friend. I play hockey, race motocross. Wow, good for you, Yamaha. Nebraska. Nice. I'm not going to try to say your name. I've been to Texas. Yeah, I love Texas. I've been to Dallas. I actually lived for a very brief time in San Antonio area. One of my very first memories when I was like 1.5 is on the San Antonio River ride, you know? So this is like 1982, 83, somewhere in there, early 80s, and the red cushion boat ride. I have a memory of that from when I was like really, really young. So yeah, and thank you, Luke. I appreciate it. But if you're thinking of going, I recommend this city, Tromsø. Made some awesome memories, and it's a beautiful place. Well, thank you, Xenamain. What's your favorite type of video to make? Well, my favorite type of video to make. Well, you may not find this as a surprise. I couldn't really pick one. These are great questions, by the way. How do you express your anger? These are interesting questions. Let me try to answer them. Since you're here, it means you're probably a fan of my channel. Thank you. You'll notice my channel is all all over the map, okay? And the reason I do that is to keep it interesting for me, okay? So that's why I'll do like a dominant husband video, and then like a dad tucks you in, and then like an interrogation video, and then a blackjack video, and then a doctor video, and then like a Helmut video, and I like it keeping it very like I don't want to be pigeonholed. I think my channel would probably be more successful if I was like, like you go to ASMR Jeremiah because you want this experience. Yeah, that's not what I'm in this for the long haul, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to pigeonhole myself at all. Yes, I really do play guitar. Not well, but I really do enjoy playing, even though I'm not that good at it. It's like singing. The random noun. Come on, get out of here. I'm gonna give you a hug. That one random noun. Let's do a little hug. Come on, everybody. We like to do hugs here. Both sides. Come here, everybody. Come here. Thank you very much. Appreciate you all. Other side. We always hug both sides. Oh, thank you. That one random noun. I really do appreciate it. How do I express anger? That is, I try to be very fully expressed. And who are my other favorite ASMR artists? I try to express my anger as quickly and as honestly as possible. I don't want to, I don't like bottling up my emotions. You know, it's funny. Somebody recently just tagged me in a post about like back pain, and it was actually fascinating. Here's my phone. It was interesting because oh, here it is. And this just really like this is really me. So if you're having shoulder tensions, it's burdens and responsibilities like weight on your shoulders. If you're getting neck tension, fear and repressed self-expression. So I don't get shoulder or neck tension that often. So sometimes I'll get the burdens and responsibilities, but fear and repressed self-expression, no, I am very, very self-expressed. Upper back pain, grief, sorrow, and sadness. Interesting. Middle back, insecurity and powerlessness. My problem. Lower back, guilt, shame, and unworthiness. And stomach, if you're having stomach pains, the inability to process emotions. So I'm a very fully self-expressed human. I will laugh, I will cry, I will, if I'm having a breakdown, like I had a little breakdown with my wife last night, and I just share. It's like, hey, this is how I felt this way, and this, so I hope that answers your question, but it's tough. Like, do I ever yell? Yes, but rarely. I don't like getting, I don't want my emotions to bottle up so much that it explodes like a volcano. I want to process things as healthily and as dynamically as possible. And what I've found recently in the last couple of years that's been really, really effective in dealing with relationships, especially with my wife, what I find really, really helpful is if we get in a tiff, to stop, and I stop and I go, okay, Jeremiah, what are you really mad at? What are you really reacting to? And 9 out of 10 times, it's something that's sort of related to Megan, but it's really related to this other thing that I'm having a issue with. And when I can get in touch with that, then I can go, okay, when you said this, I made it mean X, Y, and Z. Is that what you meant? And every time it's like, no, that's not what I meant. It's like, that's not what I meant. And then we're able to say, okay, so I made it mean that X, Y, and Z, and that's why I'm feeling this kind of like resistance, resentment, withholding, and I've gotten, it takes practice, but I've gotten really good at that. But it just takes practice. It's not a normal way of communicating. But if you can do it, baby, your relationships will level up in a way that it's hard to put your finger on. Yeah. Stop blaming people. Stop accusing. Stop making them wrong. Take responsibility for your communication in the relationships. So that was a random tangent about anger. Good question, though. Fascinating. Kind of backing up in the chat. Bet you're good role-playing in the bedroom. Don't make it weird, Ava. You're funny, though. Random. I want to play a variety of characters. That makes your channel very entertaining. Well, thank you, Marta. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. You play guitar, Sirabu Nabut. Nice. Senior in high school. Wow, Salma. Congratulations. You should be graduating very soon. And your dad therapy videos have helped me a lot. Could you please make a dad video with the listener as a high schooler? Yeah, I could. That was kind of my last dad video. The viewer was a little older. The one about the talk, the sex talk. Although, realistically, that kid would be like 11, 10, 12 maybe. I forget at what age you start like having those questions. But yeah, doing a dad video like more aimed at a teenager. Yeah, I could do that. Sounds fun, actually. Thank you, Sarah. Hey, Bradley. I'm doing good. How are you? Are you my soccer player, Bradley? Is that you, buddy? You my footballer? Do you want to come watch ice hockey in Finland? Well, yeah, but like, it's a bit of a commitment to go watch an ice hockey game, darling. There's a lot of hockey out here in Los Angeles, ironically. That's my strength, making it weird. Well, Ava, good for you. The hug brightened my day, the cars and shit. Thanks, Jay. Chill life. Are you a real actor because you have outstanding skills? Yes, I'm a real actor. I am a member of SAG and AFTRA. I'm an actual actor. Whatever that means. I studied theater and dance in college, and I'm an actual actor, darling. Interesting question. What advice do you have for somebody having a panic attack in real life? And I have to be careful how I answer this because I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a psychologist. I'm only going off of what I've read, okay? And the response to my videos. And were they helpful or not to folk? And it occurs to me, my intuition is that one thing that can help alleviate an anxiety attack, it's because if we're having a panic attack, it's usually, my understanding is that it's because you're living in the wreckage of the future, right? There's some future that is unbearable, and it's like too much to deal with, and it's too scary, and it's too much drama, too much stress, whatever. And our brains are kind of spinning out and perseverating on a future calamity. I think that's kind of my experience, having never actually had a panic attack. But that from what I understand, that's kind of what's happening. Usually from some undealt with trauma there's some trauma that happened in the past, and it's being triggered into a future event that we can't really deal with. Kind of like if you watch Ted Lasso, you know, I thought they did a wonderful job of humanizing a panic attack, and you know, his was from this fear of father and, like, you know, those childhood issues that transplanted and caused him to have these panic attacks. But to answer your question, what I think is the best way to do that is most likely start labeling things. Like, pull yourself into the present. You know, like, what color are my eyes? What color is my shirt? What color is this shirt? What color is my hair? Describe my beard. You know, like, oh, it's kind of reddish and it's got some gray in it, and it's like, but just get really specific. Like, what's around you? Oh, that's a tree. What kind of tree? Is it a ficus tree? Is that a magnolia? That's a magnolia tree, and I know it's a magnolia tree because it has really big leaves and white flowers on it. But labeling, like, because it makes you get present, okay? And then from there, once you start labeling, focusing on the breath, the breathing, breathe, ground yourself. But yeah, so I hope that helps. Let's see. Okay. Did I miss any other questions? Clown, my favorite. Oh, Clown. Thanks, man. Well, let's give you a hug too, my friend. To Clown and everybody else. Get on in here. You know how we do. Come on in, team. Let's go. Nice big hug. Appreciate you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. And Emma Break Record. What's up, Emma Break Record? And Vivi, you don't want to direct your anger, build up the way you project. Exactly, Vivi. Unfortunately, most of the time when people get like explosively angry, this has been my experience, and it may be yours, it's that we're really just, there's some undealt with garbage that we're incomplete with, and then we, you know, transfer that anger onto an unsuspecting friend in our lives, loved one, and it's all too common, my friends. I'm guilty of it. I've been on, who hasn't? We've all been on the receiving end, and it's horrible. And unfortunately, most of us have probably also been on the giving end of it, if we're being really honest. And, you know, one of the goals of maturing is to hopefully do that less and less with our friends and loved ones. That we learn to not deflect our own insecurities and our own pains onto the people that we love. But it's a practice. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. Yeah. I'm gonna go bike and stay at it. Nice, Bradley. Well, good luck with that, my friend. Jennifer, chill. I sit in complete silence when you have anxiety. I can help a lot. Thank you, Jennifer, for your contribution. Yeah. Maybe that would help too. What will be my next video idea? I have no idea. Honestly, I literally have no idea. A good possibility would be a bartender roleplay. Oh, those are fun. They're just expensive because I have to go out and buy a bunch of booze. They're fun. I mean, it's like a tax write-off. It's like I had to buy this bottle. I mean, it's for YouTube. I mean, I had to buy it. You know, I mean, Grey Goose LaPois. I needed Grey Goose LaPois in order to make a Rico Suave for my video. So clearly, this is a tax write-off. I don't know if that would work. Holy crap! Whoa. Well, Mamet. Wow. Whoa. I don't know what to say. I'm gonna give you a hug too. Matt, get in here. Don't you dare make it weird. Don't make it weird at all, bro. Bro, come here. Thank you, dude. Wow. Dude. I mean, dude. Sorry, that's just kind of shocking, but bro, thank you. Let's see. Can I do a video about CFSME? Cranial. I don't know what CFS is. So I'm not sure what that is. Marta, business suspense all the way. Yeah, right. If anything, you could just use water or juice through a bottle of thirst. I could fake it, but listen, Vivi, I'm all method. I'm method, okay? If I'm making cocktails, I'm making cocktails, all right? And I may enjoy them later. Well, last time was really funny because I had made all those cocktails and I couldn't drink them all. And Megan was going to meet up with her friends, and I was like, I have like 6 cocktails here. You want to bring them over to the friends? And she's like, yes. So we just loaded up the cocktails into red Solo cups and brought them over to our friends. And I was like, here, mojito, Rico Suave, cucumber jalapeno martini. What else did I make? Cucumber jalapeno margarita, raspberry serrano margarita. Yeah, that was fun. Okay, Salma says, I gotta go to the city. I'm a villager. Interesting with my friends tomorrow because we have some business relates to be the school, and there'll be a lot of people. I don't feel comfortable at all. Well, I'll give you the advice that I give myself when I'm going to do public speaking. So, if I am afraid of going into an area of people and doing a presentation, I can't thank you, Binky, yeah, suggest videos, ideas at my Discord. That's the best place to suggest. So if I'm feeling anxious about a public, like even like this, there's 70 people right now. It's a lot of people. If I am trying to be cool or impressive, I will have anxiety and I will be like nervous about it, and I will be neither cool nor impressive. If I focus on being expressive, if I focus on being trying to give up looking good, that really Lotus Nut Bartender. Thank you. That would be my advice. Now, if you're having I don't know your situation, I don't know where you're from, I'm not sure where you're going. If there's, if you're afraid of physical violence, I can't help you there. I mean, don't go, but if it's just a psychological fear of people and situations and dealing with the stimulation of a city, I take the focus off of me, and I choose to look stupid. I choose to not be afraid to look like a total donkey, and don't try to look cool. That's my advice. Don't make it about you. And it's shockingly effective in my experience. And I'll tell you guys a quick story about that. And clown again, bro, hug, come here. But I'll tell you guys a little story about that. Thank you. Other side, come here, clown. So nice. So let me tell you a story. Maine, I suppose we could do 1920s blackjack. fatigue syndrome. Oh, CFS, chronic fatigue syndrome. I don't know. I don't know much about it other than it's debilitating. It's chronic, as in the name suggests. And it's, I don't know. All I know is that medical science doesn't know much about it. They're not sure if it's an autoimmune disease or it could be psychologically related. And unfortunately, I really don't know much about chronic fatigue syndrome other than it sounds awful. It sounds so hard and so painful. So, yeah, sorry about that. My heart goes out. But, so quick story about public speaking. And I've told this story before, but it's worth repeating. So about 6 years ago, I was going to do a big morning assembly for I teach chess, and I was going to do a big morning assembly at one of the schools I teach at. 500 kids, 40 teachers, principal, parents, 50 parents in the auditorium. And we get to the school around like 7:30 in the morning. I think the assembly was at 8. And I'm sitting in my car, and I was waiting for my business partner to show up, who I had always done these with, the two of us. We were a great team. We're a really good team. And he's on the phone. He's like, "Hey, I'm really sorry, Jay. I got to put out this fire, and you're going to be solo for the assembly. Can you handle it?" And I was like, I mean, yeah, yeah. And he's like, "Okay, good. Well, you make sure you knock it out of the park, all right? You got this. You gotta knock it out of the park, okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay, okay." And I could feel myself getting nervous. I could feel the stress, and I was just like, "Dude, what am I gonna do?" And then, thank God, I'd had an amazing acting class when I first came to LA back in like 2006. And I remembered one of the things my teacher told me, and I just said it. Don't be impressive. Be expressive. Do not try to be impressive. You will fail. Be expressive. Connect. And so I just repeated that mantra. Don't try to look good. Don't try to be impressive. Be expressive. Be expressive. And so the assembly's there, and all the kids, like whole school. And I was very popular at this school, but again, this is a lot of pressure. And they announced me, Jeremiah. And I stand up in front of the whole school and take the microphone, and I just stood there, and I just looked at the kids, and I was just like, I just took a moment to look in their eyes, connect, and as I did that, my anxiety floated away. The more I just made eye contact with the parents, the teachers in the back, and I was so connected with that experience. At one point, I kind of started crying. I was just so proud of my students and for what they had achieved, and I was just so grateful and humbled by their wonderful behavior. And at the end, the principal came up to me, and she was just like, "Can you come here every morning?" I had several parents come up and were just like, "Whoa, like that was powerful, and that was only possible because I was just like, don't look good, don't try to be impressive, expressive, connect. and the result was awesome. So I've been rambling now for a long time about that subject. Hopefully you found that interesting. Do a video about blood draw and flu shots. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. And thank you, Binky. So Binky keeps posting on my Discord server. So if you want to make a channel suggestion, please follow the link. Just put it on my Discord page. It's free. You don't have to join my Discord, but that's where I have like video suggestion ideas. I look like a donkey and I'm not cool. Finally, I'm good at something. Thank you, Mart. I'm glad you're enjoying the Discord. It's a very friendly Discord. A lot of love. A lot of lovely people there. Since there's no channel points like Twitch, I feel like you're finished with the story. Some upbeat, funky ASMR. A little hype for Friday. We can do that. We can do a little sound funk. Yeah, Vivi, that's a good idea. Exactly, Binky. Dakra, grüß dich, mein Freund. Thank you for being here, Dakra. I'm asking for my niece who is 10. How would you deal with having friends that you've known for a while leave you out of the group of her other friends? Well, that's a great question. And that's just a really tough one. Unfortunately, I'm sure all of us can relate to the experience of being othered, you know? All of us can relate to the feeling of like not being in the group that we wanted to be in, feeling ostracized. And, it's a heavy question, Mimi. I don't have an easy answer other than it's like if that, boy, it's like we'll get new friends. That's not easy. It does kind of fall down to that where the older we get, and I'm sure my older audience members will relate to this, the older we get, the more important it is that you are very careful with the people that you spend time with. Be very careful, because if you allow the wrong people into your close circle, they will be an unending energy pull in a negative way. And, you know, it's just one of those things that what's the old adage, you know, you show me the 5 people you spend the most time with and I'll tell you about your life. And I don't know if that's true really, but I definitely understand where they're coming from, where it's like if there are people in your life that you consider like either a good friend or a best friend, and they don't make you feel cool, and they don't make you feel awesome, I don't think they're a best friend. I really don't. And, you know, when you're a child, you're exploring what it means to be social. What kind of friends do you like? And when you're little kids, it doesn't even matter, right? Little kids will just play with whoever's nearby. It doesn't matter, you know. You're a neighbor, you're a friend, you're a classmate. Let's play. And you learn how to start playing together, which is way more complex than you think. Child play is really important, and it sets up how you're going to be with people for the rest of your life in a big way. So, but as we get older, our personalities develop. We start to learn like what we really like and what we don't like. Like what's the, you know, I like this, I don't like that. And, you know, for me, I've gone through a lot of friends, you know. You just, I just make it an active point in my life that if I'm spending time with somebody and I don't feel good about myself when I'm spending time with spend time with them anymore. It's just life's too short. So that was a long diatribe, Mimi. Thank you. Hope that helped. He tells some great stories. Thank you, Mysteries Music. Biggie, Megan, Jay, basically. Hey, Leonardo. Good to see you. You're welcome, Salma. School assemblies can be chaotic and also anxiety, but that connection with the kids made all the difference. Long-time teacher over here. Thank you, Marta. I'm glad you can relate to that. My main music is reggae. Happy. I been through many musical phases in my life. And favorite food, I'll go on to that one. How far behind am I? I'm pretty far behind in the questions. Right now, the main bands that I listen to are Sublime, Slightly Stupid, Stick Figure, K-Bong, who's like friends of Stick Figure, and there's this other band, the Movement. Those are the bands I listen to the most. I'm also a huge Radiohead fan. I'm a huge Pink Floyd fan. I'm a huge Led Zeppelin fan. I'm a huge Pearl Jam fan. I'm a Nirvana fan. Not a ton, but some. Love me some Bowie. Love me a lot of classic rock. Love me, but I also love, like, Tyga and Future and Common and Drake and Lil Wayne. And I mean, my musical taste is all over the place. So anyway, let's see. Stage fright, bit nervous, never thought. So Llama Gamer. Yeah. So if you are ever somebody that gets stage fright, that gets nervous in front of people like we all do, yeah, heed my advice. Expressive, not impressive. Hey CJ, happy birthday. Thank you so much for coming and spending a little time with us on your birthday. Happy birthday, CJD 2004. Do I know who Lane Frost is? The name sort of maybe is familiar, but ultimately no. I unfortunately don't know who Lane Frost is. Need to go. Well, Clown, thank you very much, and I definitely do need to consider the another mixology video. It's been requested more than once, so maybe in July, after I get back from my travels here in June, I will sit down and try to plan out a new mixology video. You adore me speaking German. Vielen Dank. My German's terrible. Meine Deutsch ist ganz schrecklich, aber danke. Sexually conciliate party or awkward agreed. How would you deal with anxiety that you can't explain? Like if you have super weird word and you don't know how to explain it to others, how do you deal with it? Llama Gamer. I don't know, to answer your question. I don't know, because I will I will just get random anxiety. It's not random. It's never a panic attack, but I will definitely, I've had moments where I'm just like, and my heart rate's elevated, and I'm just like, one thing that helps me is exercise. I work out a lot. I try to run 3 days a week and walk at least the other, well, I was going to say, the other 2. It's only 5 days. I, we usually, one day a week, I won't necessarily walk Lucy. It's usually on a Saturday or a Sunday. But we go many weeks where we either run Lucy or walk Lucy every day, 7 days a week. It doesn't always happen, but it often happens. And that, for me, is really important in managing my anxiety and stress levels. It's very important to get a sweat, to feel tired, to feel like... So for me, exercise, meditation, I can also highly recommend sitting in, like Jennifer said, sitting in a quiet room. Maybe put on some white noise. Maybe ASMR, but just meditation. Maybe a guided meditation. But those, I find those very helpful. Hope that helps. Binky, definitely don't want the entertaining people. The one that you just need trust for. Exactly, Binky. Yeah, avoid people that don't make you feel cool, man. They're just not. They're not worth it. Your life's too short. Your life is too short, my friends. But I'm terrified. I feel vulnerable. The ones around me don't truly care. I'm locked in my room. Well, I'm very sorry to hear that, Ava. My only thoughts on that is that the only true path we have toward mental, deep power and connection is through vulnerability and forgiveness, which are two of the hardest mountains to climb. Vulnerability, exposing your own soft white underbelly, and so it's a long, hard journey to get there. It takes work, but eventually I have come to the place where I don't view my vulnerability as a weakness at all. I view it as a deep and powerful strength, because all of the great moments in relationships that I've had, and there have been many, are all around the most open, vulnerable, like the deep, dark, secret stuff. And being able to share that with somebody, and yeah, I mean, there's no easy solution there, but yeah. Cheryl, I've moved a lot of my toxic friends. Good for you. I talked about meeting up, and she lives in the States, and she said, no, really. Well, there you go. That stung, Vivi. That stings, I'm sorry. Marta, and even Elizabeth, yeah. And Miriam. Hey, Miriam. Lord Fryer. Good day, Lord Fryer. Defender D, thank you very much. Am I a real doctor? No. I'm way behind on the chat, I know. I want to answer a question. If I'm looking at the chat, I can't connect and answer a question if I'm thinking about another question. So yes, I'm quite behind on the chat, and I apologize. I've always felt left out. But if I leave them, I literally have no one in school to keep up with them. I'm sorry. Ash, Alex. What accents are you best at? I think I'm best at a lot of them, don't I? Probably my favorites are Cockney, whatever this foppish British accent is, like RP British, Cockney British, Irish, Scottish, South African, New York, Boston, Bro, Texan, Canadian, Russian, Those are my favorite accents. Wait, she was watching. I made her. Oh, cool. Good. Good. Oh, where am I heading in June? A family reunion. So we're going to be in a tiny town in Montana. But I've been there before. It's really cute. So we're going to be in a tiny little town in Montana for next weekend for a family reunion. So that's where I'm going to be. Best memories over the last 10 years. Whew, so many. Any other jobs other than acting? Yeah, these are great. You guys have a lot of questions. How far behind am I? Okay. I'm only a little bit behind on the chat now. Okay. Other than acting, what do I do? So my main career when I came to Los Angeles as an actor was, of course, I was a bartender. So I first got my job, bartending for a catering company. I actually worked for a catering company, I kid you not, called Yummy Bartenders. Would you consider me a yummy bartender? Anyway, catering gigs. But eventually I got hired at a restaurant in Beverly Hills called Frida. And that was an amazing restaurant. Still is an amazing restaurant. But I was not making enough money. I was literally losing like every month my bank account was $200 less. So I just could not make it. Every month I was going back $200. I was like, dude, I can't keep doing this. And so I responded to an ad that said looking for young, hip people to teach chess. And I was like, teaching chess? Well, I'm young and hip. I could teach chess. I'm good with kids. Little did I know that would end up being a massive career for me. And I still do it. I still teach chess. So my main other jobs have been bartending and teaching the chess. So there you go. Elaine Frost was the world's greatest bullfighter. Oh wow, cool, Emmy. I have a question for you. What can improve my habits? Easy. Aristotle said, "You are what you repeatedly do. You are what you repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not a virtue. It's a habit." So the key is doing repeatable behaviors that are not like New Year's resolutions, where it's I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to lose 50 pounds by March. And it's well, if you haven't been doing that, you're going to come in gung-ho, yeah, I'm going to do it. And within a month, you're going to be burnt out over it, and you're just going to go back to your old behaviors and patterns. So the key is doing small, measurable tweaks that you can maintain. So for me, for example, I'm not going to say you all should start running, 15 miles a week. No, well, can you walk for 20 minutes a day? Maybe what's something that's doable, that's not too much life changing, what can you do that is repeatable, that is, you can actually incorporate it into your life and make it part of your lifestyle, as opposed to I must change myself. It never works. So there you go. Yeah, thank you, Mimi. Bring you to the present moment too, and sometimes good deep breaths. Yes, Marta. You're welcome, Llama Gamer. Thank you for everything. And FNAF. You're role playing as dad. I have a good relationship with him. You seem to help while struggling. I'm glad you do. Thank you again. Thank you, Vivian Reinhardt. I'm very glad you found those comforting. Our Miracle. Hi there. Good to see you, Our Miracle. It's been a while. Brian, what's up, man? Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it. Can you give us another hug, please? Maybe. I will, don't worry. Reese, you got the job. Whoa. Well, Reese. Congratulations, Reese. Get in here. I'm giving you a hug. And everybody else, come here, Reese. You got the job at Planet Fitness. Get in here. Get in here, Reese. Crazy kid. Always both sides come here, you crazy kid. Great job, Reese. Good for you. And do I have kids? Not yet. Emmy asks, can you please give me your best howdy in a Texan accent? Howdy. Reese, thanks guys. Glad to have a job. Thanks, that's awesome. Yeah, great. Yeah, yummy bartenders. I'm glad to make it, especially connecting with many people. Okay. Thank you, Vivi. You take off. Take care, Vivi. Thanks for coming in and saying hi. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend to you, my dear. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hello, Obi-Wan. Jack, so a guy walks into this bar. Marta, have a great weekend. A good one, exactly. Thank you, Johanna Gilberg. Morty Vita, Jeremiah subscribed to you a few months back, and I've been loving the channel. Any advice on guilt, shame? Well, that is one that I have struggled with my entire adult life. You know, it's tough learning to love yourself. It's tough, man. You know, I'll tell you another story about me. I remember I was in, I want to say the 3rd or 4th grade. And I forget why, but I'd done something and I felt like I disappointed my parents or something. And I had gone up to my room and I was just sitting there repeating on a mantra. I'm dumb, I'm stupid, I can't do anything right. I'm dumb, I'm stupid, I can't do anything right. I'm dumb, I'm stupid, I can't do anything right. And I'm guessing a lot of us have had messages on repeat in our brains. Negative messages. It's very common. It's very common. And I was crying. My mom came in and she's like, hey, honey, you know, and I was like, I'm dumb, I'm stupid, I can't do anything right. I'm dumb, I'm stupid. And she was like, honey, no, that's not true at all. Your mom, we love you, you know. And she told me, it's like, you know, she was like, I sometimes have said those kind of tapes to myself, like I'm stupid, nobody thinks I'm smart. And you simply cannot let yourself do that to yourself. I don't know what else to say. If you find yourself repeating a negative tape on loop, okay, on loop, stop it. Look at me. Stop it. You have to be able to go, I'm loved, I'm smart, and people like me. I'm loved, I'm smart, people like me. Whatever the positive mantra, you have to switch that voice. And it's not easy, my friends. It is not easy to get rid of that voice, let me tell you. But you have to, you don't have to do anything. You do what you want. You're your own person. I would highly suggest that if you find yourself speaking negatively about yourself to yourself, I mean, you can wallow in suffering for a little bit, but don't stay there. Don't stay there. There's no say. Hey, Reese deserve a dominant, reluctant phone call to say congrats. Ooh, that could be fun. Absolutely love your blackjack. Thanks, Cats Bats. Ian. Everybody give a shout out to Ian. The delightful track at the beginning of our live stream was provided by Bearded Audio ASMR, and we get to use Ian's amazing, beautiful soundscapes that he provides for free to all of us other content creators. So big shout out to Bearded Audio ASMR. Thank you, my friend. We appreciate you very much. I am pro negative feedback loops. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah. Advice on overthinking. Don't. I've learned to physically change my environment. Walk in the woods help just about every time. That's crucial. Changing your environment. That's incredibly important. Sometimes just a change of scenery can kind of shake us out. Two questions. Who is your favorite country artist? I'm not really into country music. I don't know. I like Red Solo Cup. Red Solo Cup. I fill you up. Let's have a party. Proceed to party. Yeah, I don't know. Not a big country fan. I don't mind it. It's not on my playlists. 2, would you ever do a dad helps you through a panic attack video? I mean, maybe. I don't know. I could. It's the same as the other one, I guess, except for it's your dad talking to you, but it would be the same message. So, Cat Spats, about the negative voice in your head. If you wouldn't say those things to a friend, don't let you say it to yourself. It's good advice, Cat Spats. It's good advice. I'm going to stream for about another hour, Emma. Plus, it's an excuse for an actual roleplay. You're not wrong. Thank you for today. You're welcome, Carolina. Love from Russia. Spasiba. Spasiba. Just tell him to do, and I would. Thank you for that advice. It was greatly appreciated. Thank you. It's been amazing how much use they've got. Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm actually kind of caught up here with the chat. So now, what was the request here? Maybe a little role play for Reese. You're a little reluctant phone call here. These are pretty funny. A dominant, reluctant phone call to say congrats to. Yes. Okay, let's try this. Let's see if we can do this. Dominant, reluctant chat. Okay, this is an interesting roleplay concept, and we'll see how you like it. Okay, dominant, reluctant roleplay. Okay. Hey. Yeah. Bro, do you know what just happened? I'm gonna be with you. Just sit down, okay? Just calm down. Dude, we got some awesome advice. You know Reese? Yeah. Dude, they got hired at a job. Planet Fitness. I know. Yeah, right? So crazy. Yeah. No, I'm doing like the YouTube thing. Yeah. Who's here? Cats, Bats, Emma, Rye, Marta, Carolina, Easy Hype, Marta, Erundia. Great names, you know? I know, right? Nice. Hang on. Just relax. I'm gonna be with you in a second, okay? Shh. Just calm down. Look at me. Calm down. Sleepy fingers. Yeah, so, really? Whoa. After this? I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. What do you want to do? Dude, I want to go rock climbing. You want to go rock climbing? Where do you want to go rock climbing? Malibu. Bro. Obviously, yes. Yeah. Hang on. Wait. use some of that. Yeah. Malibu Creek? Bro. Do you want me to come pick you up? Bro. Like, toots magoots, bro. Yeah, man. Awesome. Cool. Well, I'm gonna be done here in about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. Let's go rock climbing, man. Let's go to Malibu, bro. Sweet. And, yeah, I know, Reese. Reese was the one that got the job promotion, yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, good for Reese. Good for Reese. Alright. Alright, cool. Alright, I'll catch you. Alright, peace. I was talking to a friend. Patience. Thank you. Anyway, that's like a dominant, reluctant phone call, darlings. Interesting trigger. But why don't we do some, any other, okay, have I caught up on the chat? Are there any other questions hey, Saya, any other questions or comments? And I want to do like some kind of cool, like sound audio stuff here. If you want, we don't have to. I'm also happy to keep talking. If you can't tell, I'm rather verbose, I'm rather chatty. As some have said, I have the gift of gab. But I do generally enjoy connecting with you all and answering your questions. Strange request. Have you ever tried doing a Welsh accent? No, because they're really, really hot. Have I tried? Yes. Can I do one? I cannot do Northern English accents. Lord knows I've tried. I can do it in like a ridiculous way, but it sounds like more Irish or goofy. It's like, because I love watching the new Top Gear, you know, with Patty and Chris and the other tall guy, the cricket player. And all of them have like a northern accent thing, you know, and it's really hard to like put your finger on it because it's all over the place, and it's, I can't get the O's and the R's and the O. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't know why. That accent, it evades me. Someday I will find that accent. But until then, I have no idea. Thank you, Reese. Yes, it's nothing like what she actually sounds like, though, darling, but it is, you know. I find it amusing. You can keep talking. I'm more of a social person, guys. Marta, the original. Dudes, I was such a huge fan of the original Top Gear. Just amazing. So much. So good. Quinn, keep trying. Can't do it, Gwenny. I apologize. I've heard it multiple times, and I can't find the cadence. I can't find the way you all use your vowels and your R's. I can't do it. It's just like, it's so weird to me. Right, Ian? Right, dude, Top Gear. Are they making a new season of Top Gear? Be a whole lot cooler if they did. Yeah, you didn't have to be a car fan to enjoy Top Gear, because it was just funny, you know. They were just silly and doing all the crazy adventures and stuff. Archie James, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Would you ever ride a bull? No. No. I have zero desire to have 2,000 pounds of horns and attitude with its only desire is to skewer me with its giant head. No. I am not suicidal. What card would I have? Minivan, baby. Oh, yeah. My wife and I got a minivan, and, bro, we love it. Best car I've ever had. Honda Odyssey. Took out the back seats, the middle seats, made a custom floor so that we can sleep on it and camp in it. And I've been obsessed, man. Minivan, best vehicle I've ever owned. Sir 55, have you ever gone into a voice acting? Have you done it? Yeah, I've done voice acting, but of course, ironically, it's like I don't sound anything like this. I've done a lot of voice audiobooks under the name Corey Fox, Coryfox, Corey Fox, on Audible. I did the audiobooks for our company, Language Magic and Linguadisco. I've done a lot of audiobooks, and I don't sound anything like this. I'm using my real voice, which is not this like sleepy ASMR voice. I don't know. This is not what I normally sound like. But that's actually what helped me get into ASMR, because I already had one mic, and I was kind of used to it, and I just had to get another mic to make it binaural. Yeah. I practice accents by reading books aloud in my accent. It's a good way to do it. What's your favorite car, dream car? I don't know. It used to be like, I used to be really into cars. I used to like want a Porsche, or I wanted a Ferrari, or I wanted an Aston Martin, or like, you know, something cool. Now, I'm just like, it'd be fun to drive, but I don't. I'm too practical. I'm too pragmatic. Like, it would be really fun to have you. It'd be really fun to have like an extra car that for like the toy, but as like my daily driver and commuter. I love my minivan. I don't know how to tell you. I'm kind of a giant dork, so and I'm obsessed with my minivan. Yeah, so yeah, Ian. Yeah, Highlanders are great, but man, nothing compares to a minivan, bro. They're just unreal. The amount of extra space you get, they're the best. Honda Odyssey, and I drove it years. Such a sweet, smooth ride. See, Marta, you understand the smoothness, the ease of driving of a Honda Odyssey. And no, I'm not sponsored by Honda or minivans. And I love how you can do all those accents. I still try to learn the American accents, but the Arabic accent keeps showing up. Yeah, I imagine that's hard to get. That's a hard one. Yeah, that's a tough one. This channel is the best. Thank you, Archie. What do you think of the FNAF teaser? What is FNAF? FNAF. What is FNAF? Marvel comic. What series is that? FNAF. I don't know. I mean, you're like, bro, you're net. I'm glad that's your favorite. Dude, thanks so much, Ian. Thanks for coming by. And again, shout out to Bearded Audio ASMR. And if you need some delightful soundtracks that are just like ambient, be sure to hit up Ian, aka Bearded Audio ASMR, and give him some love. He's an awesome ASMR artist out there. Oh, Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know, never seen the first one. I don't know about it. Fry. It's true, technically, you have experienced the van, and don't tell me you didn't like it. Don't look at me square in the face and tell me you didn't like it. Yes, you did. Smooth, comfortable, quiet, luxurious. Yeah, it's okay. You can admit that you liked it. You can admit it. Your future, you don't know what they're missing. Dude, Honda. Hit me up, Honda. Be like, what's up, Honda? I'll pimp your new 2024 Honda Odyssey. Yeah, let's go on an Odyssey in the Odyssey. Let's do it. niece. You know, if you're still watching, I feel your pain. I think every adult has, unfortunately, we've all experienced that at some point in our lives. This is one of those things. It's part of growing up, learning, and hopefully eventually, you know, the goal to me is that we find our tribe. You know what I mean? And for me, I'll tell you guys another story, because I like telling stories. So, have I seen Elvis? The new one with Tom Hanks and stuff? Yeah, I thought it was fun. I thought Baz Luhrmann's weird because I know what he was doing, but it felt weird to do like hip-hop and showing like what was rhythm and blues, like original rock and roll, and I know why he did it, but it just felt weird to me. But overall, I really enjoyed the movie. Enrique, he's already married, but merci beaucoup, Enrique. So, little story. So when I first came to LA, it's September of 2005, and I was moving here from Seattle, and I had one friend down here, and we would hang out and stuff, but I lived in his apartment for like the first month or so, and then it was I found my own place, a little house, not far away, over on the west side, in an area of town called Mar Vista. And I would take my bike or my rollerblades, and I would skate or ride my bike down to the beach. And as I was exploring Venice Beach and Santa Monica, like many people, I looked off toward the ocean, and I see this huge park. I see like these rings that is on the south side of where like the famous Santa Monica Pier is. And there wasn't a slackline park back then, that came later, but it was rings and parallel bars and high bars and the acro yoga green, and it was a decent ride. And the acro green, and I saw those rings, and I was like, those look so cool. Those rings look amazing. I want to try those. And so I'd watch people do it, and I tried it, and it's really hard on the hands, like it really hurts, you know. I was like, okay, but I could do like one down and back. Not very pretty, but I could do one down and back. Well, I start coming there more often. It's like, this is a cool place, and I really wanted to find some coolness, some cool people. And I was, for reasons unknown to me, I felt super intimidated. Everybody seemed like so buff and beautiful and like cool and like LA, and I don't know, I just felt very isolated. I felt like I just didn't feel cool, and I would stand in line for the rings, and I'd have my headphones in, you know, and I'd just be standing there in line, you know, just waiting for my turn on the rings. Okay, it's my turn. Okay, cool. And I'd get up on the rings, and I'd start. And swing. And I'd finish my route. And I wasn't talking to anybody at the time. I wasn't communicating. And then one day, a gentleman by the name of Wiley, who lived up to his name. He was this kind of tall, skinny, red-headed dude with like a crazy hair, like it's like crazy, like curly hair, like a beard, and he had brought, do I like corner slip? Not my style. I'm having a wonderful night, Bernardo. He had brought a guitar, and I was like, because I used to play guitar all the time in Seattle, like all the time. I would literally drive out to parks at night by myself, overlooking the city of Seattle, and just sit and play guitar and sing. Like, I this a lot. It's a huge part of my life. I love singing and playing guitar. And so one day, Wiley's there and he has a guitar, and I was like, do you mind if I play your guitar? And he was like, no, man, go for it, bro. And I was like, well, thank you. So I sit down on the wall, not on top of the wall like I eventually would just sit right on the top of the wall and just play and love it. But this first time I sat like down, my butt's on the sand, you know. There's like this little concrete wall behind me. And I started playing. And I think I was playing like some like Radiohead or something. And there's this girl. Her name was Kara. Kara looked like an angel. Picture a 5'9", 5'10", blonde hair down to like her mid back. Always wore a bikini, just stunningly beautiful female. I was just like, and as I was playing, she kind of stood off to the side a little bit and just kind of stood there, and it was just like, and I was just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And then when I finished the song, she said, that was really nice, thank you so much for playing. And I was like, oh my god, 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 oh my god. And I had this epiphany. I realized that I was like, Jay, what are you doing, man? You are an extrovert. You love people. Why are you not making friends? Why are you not saying hi? Why are you not playing your guitar? And the next day, or like 2 days later, I drove to Guitar Center, and I bought a traveling guitar case. You know, those nylon ones with the backpack straps, because I already had a guitar from Seattle. So I bought a traveling guitar case and started going to the beach every Sunday. And I was like, okay, I am going to meet people. I'm going to make friends. And so instead of standing in line with my headphones in, being very isolated and being very much myself, I was like, nope, headphones are out. And whoever was standing in line with me was like, hey, I'm Jeremiah. What's your name? Oh, nice to meet you. I love the way you did that swing. That was awesome, man. That was really cool. Yeah, awesome. And I just started saying hello to people. And after I was done, like, you know, working out and I was tired, I would sit on the wall and I would play songs like I used to do. And this led to a complete life change for me. So, I'll continue my story, but let me look at your comments. R. Ziphius, do a hearing test ASMR, put the headphones in. Let those sound beep, I really like that tingle, but not me, some artists use it. Oh, you put headphones on the viewer. Oh, that'd be a weird one. That'd be weird. I don't know if I'd ever do that. I don't know if I would like it. So if I don't like it, I don't know if I would do it. I don't know, maybe. Anyway, Jason, you said you wouldn't ride a bull. Would you be the barrel man? No, I have no desire to be a barrel man. I don't like being hit. I'm not into like, you know, like head injuries. I'm not a fan. I've had a few, so I know I don't like head injuries. You plan to do another space journal eventually. Also, gave me the Doctor Who Wars of Mars vibes. Thank you, Marta. Thank you, Paul. Thank you very much. It's very hard to talk to somebody. Yamaha, I get it. This is what I'm talking about. Getting a whole back to my story is about finding your tribe. And so I started building up and finding my tribe. People who were so friendly. I couldn't believe that I had been so scared and intimidated by these people. These wonderful, warm, beautiful people. And they took me in as we took in everybody. Like, I had such a fear of being rejected. I had such a fear of them being like, okay, Ohio boy, like, you really, like, okay. I had such a fear of that, and it held me back, and it held me back, and I finally just made the conscious choice of I am gonna be your friend. We're gonna be friends. Hey, we're gonna be friends. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be friends. And so that's exactly what ended up happening. And something very important happened. Very important for me. Because, I was in my mid to late 20s, single, often kind of depressed, but going to the beach and showing up, and it was a community of huggers, okay? And they didn't give like these little, not hugs like this. It wasn't these. It wasn't like, hey buddy. No, it was Jeremiah, and you run up to each other, and you just, like, big, full, chest to tummy embrace. And a lot of the time, you're not wearing a shirt, so you're getting human skin on skin contact and a deep, deep hug. And it changed my life. It changed my life. It became where like I had to go every weekend, because that's where I got all my oxytocin for the entire week, all the love that I needed, that, it would fill my cup enough with love and oxytocin that it would carry me for the 6 days until I got back to the beach. And and I'm making more and more friends, and then I would go out every now and then. I'd go out to dinner with them. There's this little place up in Santa Monica called Wahoo Fish Tacos. Okay, it's just a little restaurant, a little fish taco place. But a lot of the crew from the rings would go up there Sunday after the sun went down, 8, 9 p.m., and go get tacos. And so one night I go with them, and I'm sitting down with my friends, Mo and Liz and everybody, and they started talking about Burning Man. And I'd heard of Burning Man for many years. I think I first heard about Burning Man back in like 2000. And I was like, boy, that sounds cool. That sounds really cool, but man, the ticket's like $450, and like it's like a week long. I don't know, like I don't know, man. That's a lot. And Mo is like, no, if you want to go, you just have to declare it. Declare your intention, and the universe will figure it out. And sitting there at that table at Wahoo Fish Tacos, sitting across from Mo and Liz, I said, okay, you know what? And how old was I? 28? 27. And I said, okay, I'm going to Burning Man with you guys. And to solidify it, to make it extra sweet, our dear friend Liz, who makes, I want to show you one. I have to show you this necklace. This won't make sense unless you see the necklace. 1 second. Excuse me, Lucy. Liz, she makes these necklaces. The garden tonight, the tent up on the comfort of my actual bed. I'll DM you back. Thank you, Rye. Okay, so I'm sitting there at the table, and I declare, yes, I'm going to Burning Man. And my friend Liz comes over, and she says, "Well, Jeremiah, I normally don't give these to anybody unless they've actually been to Burning Man at our camp. But I want you to have this as a promise that you will join us at Burning Man this year." And I was just like, it was like a holy moment. I was like, it was like, okay. I put it on, like I'm trying to do now, but failing. Apparently I can't put on necklaces very well. And I was just like, I put this on, and I was just like, I'm in. I'm part of this now. And that moment forward was quite life-changing. Maybe y'all can see it. It's really cool. So you can see it's a man who's swinging on rings. You see that? So those are the traveling rings. And this is the person. And Liz hand makes all of these. So she hand makes these cool little things. And she gave me this as like an omen, like a token that you belong with us. And what I found was I met a group of people who were committed to positivity, health, wellness, both physical and mental well-being, meditation, and play, and so much play. And so when when I started hanging out with them, this is what I'm talking about when I say, like, you gotta find your people. You have to find the people that make you feel cool. It changed my life. It completely changed my life. And what changed my life was having the courage to be vulnerable. To go, yep. I might say, "Hey, how are you? My name's Jeremiah. What's your name?" And they might go, "Well, could I live with that?" Yeah. Did that ever happen? Nope. Not one time. And that led me to, so I'll tell you one more story from Burning Man. This one always gets me, because I just had no idea. It just blew my mind. Let me check out the kitty and the thunder rolls. Yes. Papa love that song. Papa love mom. I don't know that song. Love that. Rodeo's a good one. Toronto never comes. Cowboy Bill. Don't know it. Don't know Bailey Zimmerman. I don't know. And I eventually found people a couple years ago, and I love them more than anything else. Gwenny, that's the way. So my first burn, something very, very profound happened. For those that don't know, Burning Man is a gathering of humans. It's not a festival. It's not a music festival. It's more of like a giant interactive art musical playground. Okay? Now, between 60 and 80 1,000 people show up on Playa, and the best way to describe it is go watch some YouTube videos of like Burning Man. People have put together some really awesome, beautiful videos, drone shots, and like all people have put together some pretty magical Burning Man videos. And so, favorite ASMR you've ever made? I don't know, Paul. I genuinely don't know. Couldn't tell you. I've made a lot that I really enjoy. So I get to my first burn. I think this is 2014. 2015? I think it's 2014 was my first Burning Man. And maybe it was earlier than that. No, it had to be like 2010. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is, it was my first. And I have many amazing stories to tell from that. I'll tell you my first adventure that just like blew my mind. So I had the chance to arrive with some really fun characters. They are an actual family. They are the Morgans. They're known as the Flying Morgans. You can look them up. The Flying Morgans. They are literally a circus family. And I had the opportunity to go up with the dad, Gary, and like 4 other people in an old, crappy RV. Okay. But, we all just took turns driving and heading north out of LA. And we get there on Tuesday, so Burning Man starts on Sunday, and traffic and time and everything, and hey Heather, good to see you made it. So we get there like on Tuesday, and it turns out that, Tuesday is known as Tutu Tuesday. So if you're wearing a tutu, people they'll give you stuff, or they'll, I don't know. This is silly and fun. Tutu Tuesday. So I, of course, being a responsible burner, I had brought a tutu. Oh yes, it was a white tutu. So I'm wearing a tutu, and I don't think I was wearing a shirt. I think I was wearing a tutu. That's my dog. Although I think I know why. I think our is the pest guy here. So we're getting our house sprayed. So I apologize for the I just texted my wife. And hello to my dog. So I think there's somebody at our front door here to do our monthly pest control. And now let's get back to No, but Lucy is freaking out. So I'm just texting my wife. Did the doorbell go off? No, but Lucy's freaking out. Hang on 1 second. Sorry. No, she's not a guard dog. She's just a dog. That's what dogs do. Dogs let you know when there's a new person around. So what little dogs are just like, alarm bells. Yeah. Not that she couldn't be a guard dog. She's a tough dog, but no, she is not trained to be a guard dog. That's not our goal. Anyway, Burning Man. So, it's Tuesday. I am wearing a white tutu, and I'm riding a bike through the desert. And we're there's all kinds of, stuff to ride through. And a dude rolls up. Turns out his name is MacGyver. And can I do a big shout out? Shout out to Ryan Duddy in Ireland. Thanks for being here, mate. So, he pulls up on his bike, and on the front of his bike, he has 2 fire poles. And on the front are flaming torches, okay? So the bike is literally on fire. And I'm just like going, whoa. And he's like, he looks at me, he's like, do you want to ride it? I was like, more than anything ever. So I get on this bike, and I may have been on a little something to enhance my experience. And I'm riding a flaming bicycle on a tutu, wearing a tutu, going through a wooden S-shaped tunnel of LED lights. And I'm going like, is this real life right now? Like, is this actually happening? Like, the flames are like licking my knees, you know? I'm just like I might die, but this is amazing. I had an incredible time. So, that was my first experience at Burning Man. Was just like riding a flaming bicycle through a tunnel while wearing a white tutu with dear friends. And like, I was just like, this place is insane. This place is crazy. Fast forward to the end of the week. It's been a crazy, wonderful week. It's Saturday night after the man has burned. It was cold, surprisingly cool night. So it's probably around like 1 a.m., midnight, 1 a.m. And there was a big group of us, you know, from camp. And we pull up to an art exhibit, and it was a kind of a small art exhibit in the middle of nowhere, like just kind of standing alone out there in deep playa. And you could touch something, and it would go like doing, dong, dong, dong. You know, it was a very tactile, interactive Burning Man art exhibit. And as we're standing there, we're all kind of playing around with the art. Another group shows up. There must have been like 15 of them, probably 15 of us. So think like, it's okay, Emmy, you're forgiven. Just, it's okay, Emmy. Relax. Everything's fine. Nobody's mad at you. So everything's good. Just relax and listen. Everything's fine. No one's mad. And yes, Roscoe Burning Man is epic. So as we're standing there in this little art exhibit, this other group comes up, and there's, like I said, about 30 of us. I have no idea exactly why I decided to do this. I was just in the moment. I was feeling a lot of love with my friends in my group. And I forget why I did it. I cannot remember why. But maybe I just overheard them talking, and maybe one of them was having a tough time or something, or it's like, just feeling kind of, I don't know, maybe having like a tough night. And I said, hey, hey, what's your name? I forget her name. And I said, I'm Jeremiah. And can we all stand around her? Yeah, can we all, and your friends especially? Yeah. And so we all stand around her, okay? And we're all kind of like holding arms, you know, like, so it's like, so we're creating warmth, like this circle of warmth. And I said, so who knows her? Let's call her, Jennifer, it doesn't matter, okay, I forget her name. And I said, well, who knows her? And a bunch of people raised their hand, and I said, okay, cool. Who would like to say something about why they love our friend here? And one person speaks up and he says, oh, she is the kindest, most giving, loving friend, and we all just love her so much. And then another person says this beautiful, sweet message to her. And then another friend says this beautiful, sweet message to her. And as she's standing there in the middle, you know, like she's getting teary-eyed, you know. And after we had this, and then we did a big cuddle puddle hug. It was a huge group hug, and she was crying, and we don't listen to Paul. I'm not mad. It's all good. So after we gave this big hug, several other people, then they raised their hands like, "Can I be in the middle?" And I was like, yeah. So the next person got in the middle, and we all gathered around. And it was like, okay, who knows them? Okay, say something awesome about them. And then their friends would like be like, "This person is so amazing, and this is so incredible, and like you're amazing." And everybody's just like, just feeling an overwhelm of love and affection and like just warmth. And we did this multiple people, okay? And it created this game of like, who gets to be in the middle? Okay, who's in the middle? Who's in the middle? And everybody wants to be in the middle for obvious reasons. It's like a love fest. And the night went on. And the night goes on. And maybe I never even got her name. I don't know. I didn't see her again. So like 8 months later, it's like June of the next year or something like that, I'm at the rings, like I always am on Sundays, and I'm standing in line, and out of nowhere, I hear a woman's voice, and she goes, "Oh my God, it's you." And I was just like, "Yes?" And she's like, "You have no idea what you did for me that night at Burning Man completely changed my life. Like I had never felt that kind of love and connection. And it was just, I just had this unreal sense of gratitude. And it was so weird too, because I didn't recognize her. I didn't recognize her. And she described her experience. And it was just like, my point is, you'll never know the amazing and awesome and profound impact that you can have on other people by sharing your love, sharing your joy, sharing your beauty and kindness and warmth. You will never know how that's going to impact somebody down the line. And it was just wild to feel that come back. And, you know, all of this was made possible because I chose to be vulnerable. I chose to say hi, to step out of my comfort zone. I said, what's the worst that can happen? They could be like, Jeremiah, you're kind of stupid, or you're ugly, or you're fat, or we don't like you, whatever. Who knows? And it was like, well, could you live with that if that's what happened? Yes, I could. Okay, so if I can live with that, I am going to say hello. And like I said earlier, that has never happened. Not once. Every time, it's been incredibly positive. So, you know, I suppose my parting words for you is like, even like here in the chat, it's interesting. I'm seeing this strange fear right now, from Paul or whoever. People are apologizing, Emmy and Paul. And what's interesting is that I know that your experience right now for the both of you is there's probably some guilt. And you're probably feeling some shame, probably feeling, I don't know, a lot of insecurities right now. And I hope you can hear me when I tell you this. Paul, Tammy, everybody, I hope you can hear this. It's okay. It's okay. Nobody's mad at you. I'm not mad at you. And it's my freaking live stream. So if I'm not mad at you, who cares about the rest? It's so easy to get wrapped up in negativity. And there's a reason for this. The reason is that we as humans are pre-wired based on evolution to focus on negativity. Now you might say, why? Why are humans pre-programmed to focus on negativity? Survival. It was necessary for our ancestors to remember where the poisonous mushrooms were, to remember where the lion was sleeping, to remember where the wolves were. If they didn't remember those things, it literally meant death. Now, if you came across an apple tree or like a fruit or something nice, and you experienced the joy of that, and you're like, oh, I have food, it's sweet, it's wonderful, it's nourishing. Great. But you forget about that because, cool, but it didn't really affect whether or not you were going to live. And so our brains, we are all as humans pre-wired to focus on the negative, which is, we've all had this. You have 1,000 compliments, and two people are like, I didn't like it. I didn't like what he had to say. That guy's stupid. And out of those 1,000 compliments, what do we take away? Those two little bits of negativity. It's just the way we're wired, man. And for me, part of my journey in growing as a friend, as a husband, as everything, is catching myself when I'm spiraling into negativity, because we all do it. It's the natural thing to focus on the negativity, and we must train ourselves through deliberate action. Not like, oh, maybe I will. No, it has to be deliberate action of, nope, I'm going to focus on positive things right now. I'm going to focus on love, connection, peace, serenity, and the things that bring me joy. So I think that's a good place to wrap it up. This has been a really, really wonderful live stream. I love you all. Thank you, Binky, for being an amazing mod. Thank you, Rye. I think he's gone, but thank you, Rye, for being an amazing mod. Thank you for all the unreal donations during this live stream. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. This has been delightful, and I hope you all go on and have a wonderful evening, or if it's very late, a wonderful rest. And and everybody has beautiful weekends. Be deliberate. tell somebody who you know what you love about them. And even if you do it as a surprise, you'll really blow their mind. You tell somebody, you're just like, hey, you know what? I think you're really cool because of X, Y, and Z. Or you can just say, you know what? I think you're freaking awesome. I think you're just freaking awesome. I love everything about you. Thank you for being you. And see what happens. Love. Alright? So, I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend. And if you enjoy this kind of stuff, we do this every day. Not every day. Every Monday and Thursday. Well, this week I'll be on Twitch on Monday. And then I'm going to be heading to Montana at like 6 a.m. on Thursday morning. Early flight. But I love you all. And I look forward to hearing your stories.